Hi, and welcome to my Advanced Beginner's Guide for Old School RuneScape. Today we're going to be exploring adventure paths. Adventure paths are a system to help new players get acquainted with the game and the way it works, give some idea of goals and progression. And we're going to start looking at the two paths you have available, Gatherer and Combat. We're starting with Gatherer today, and we're going to go through the fishing, woodcutting, and mining. So, without further ado, let's get started. So as you look at the Gatherer skill path here, you'll notice that it describes to you where to find fishing spots on the world map. It doesn't really differentiate on the world map how the different fishing spots will appear. So if you notice here, here's some different locations you can see. To the south here of Lumbridge, this is the town of Lumbridge, by the way, is a fishing tutor. And we'll see right next to him a fishing spot. So let's head down there, and that's how we'll begin. You can basically use either the mini-map to click, as you see here, leave the world map open, which will allow you to kind of chart your progress, give you an idea of where to go. We're reaching down toward the southern area down here. You'll see the mining spot, which we'll come back to later, and some members accessible shortcuts there. You won't really learn about that for a while. Alright, and we're going to get started by talking to the fishing tutor. The fishing tutor will explain to us what we got to do if you're curious or if you can't remember from Tutorial Island. And it'll also give us a fishing net to get started. Fishing spots will have different kinds of fish available at them. And if you look here, there will be a net fishing spot. It's what we're going to be using here in just a minute. He's showing us here that we can use the bank. Basically, if you go up that set of ladders right there, you'll be up on the second floor, and then you can move up again by right-clicking the next ladder and going up it. The bank will be just slightly north of that. Alright, so let's get fishing, and we'll get back when we start making some progress. So we just hit level 2, and you'll notice that we still have the inventory spaces. Here's a woodcutting level that I got on Tutorial Island. You can make progress there too, but it only goes up to level 3. You can configure your XP drops, which will allow you to see where you've made progress towards your goals. So let's go check our goals. Select the Gatherer path here. The goal for the Gatherer path for fishing is level 5, so we will select to set up. Scroll down to the fishing skill. There it is. And we will select the goal. We'll go over to where it says set level. We'll set the level. We'll put in our target, which is 5. Click save and close that out. Now, whenever we make some progress towards our goal with experience, there we go, shows up on the bar up there. Shows our current progress and where our endpoint is, and you can select to, you can select to set it up and have it on. There's various options here. Where's it at? There it is, permanent. Bang. Alright, you can close out with the X interface. So now it'll stay up there as we're making progress, and you don't have to look like an idiot like me. Alright, so in this next clip here, you'll notice that the fishing spot has moved. Periodically while you're fishing, the fishing spots will move. Oh, ding, level 4. Great. The fishing spots will move, so you'll have to find ways to navigate to the next spots, find out which spot is available in front of you here. Some spots will be different types. If you right click a spot, you'll be able to see what it is. Right now we have a small net. Oh, now our inventory is full. Remember when I said we're going to go to the bank? Let's take a trip. We're going to take the long way there the first time, which is just walking back the way we came. It tells you here your inventory is full, you can't carry any more fish. So we're going to open up the world map. And remember when I pointed out the bank up here? It's up there, so we're going to walk back to Lumbridge. It's a bit of a trek. There's going to be an option I'll show you later on where you can use a teleport actually to get back. Doesn't require any runes, doesn't require any special abilities. The only thing is it has a cooldown timer on it of 20 minutes. So when you get back to Lumbridge Castle, you'll pass back through the gates here. Head to the south or north, it doesn't matter, they both lead the same way. And we'll close out of this, and we will right click the ladder, click climb up. Then we're going to right click it again and climb up again. And like I said, just north of it is the bank, so we will open up the bank interface. I've yet to set a bank pin on this account, so that's going to be one of the most important things for you to do. We're going to look at some of the things we can do here from the bank, depositing our items. That option right there you saw, that sets placeholders, which allows you to leave invisible quantities of them in there so that the items go back exactly where you took them out from. You can move them around in your inventory to rearrange them however you like. You can withdraw items too. So this is a log here I withdrew, and we're going to withdraw some of the food, some of the fish that we caught, and we're going to try to cook it in here. As you can see, you can't cook light a fire inside the bank, so we're going to move outside, light a fire, left click our shrimp, and we're going to right click the fire and click use them on the fire. We can select to make them. That will begin to cook them on the fire. Hey look, cooking level, sweet. So you can either press the space bar or click the click here to continue option. Both of those will function the same way. And there we have it. We have completed, I guess I lost the clip for it, but we completed the fishing path there. We got to level 5, hit our goal. It doesn't show you on the mini-map where the Adventure Paths John guy was as of the creation of this video. So you just have to remember that slightly north of the Lumbridge Castle, right by the little pub here, is where he's at. So we're going to start moving on toward the woodcutting path. Completion of each path will give you a little reward package, which will give you some cool stuff. As you can see here, we picked up our beginner path kit from Adventurer John. And we're going to go put some stuff away and get set up to do a little bit of woodcutting. The early levels for a lot of skills progress through pretty quick. We're going to go back up the stairs again just like we did before. Back to the bank to make some space, because the more space you have in your inventory, the easier it is. As you can see, it's quite cluttered right now. Easier it is to make progress. You can right click items and select quantities to deposit. The X will allow you to deposit whatever number you type in. Left clicking an item will select your default, which is shown down there. As you can see, the quantity in the bottom. And now that we've got our axe equipped and our tinderbox in our inventory, we're going to head downstairs and out to the back of the castle. As you can see, whoops, wrong way. As you can see outside the back of the castle, there's a bunch of trees. These trees range from like oaks, standard trees and oaks and things like that. You're going to want to watch out for these NPCs back here. Some of them are aggressive. We're going to speed through this real quick because it's pretty tedious. And a little bit of chop down. There's another tree down. Normal trees like these only yield one quantity of logs. Oh, watch out for those goblins up there. Normal trees like these only yield one quantity of logs. However, where's it at? Where'd it go? Oh, level 4. Sweet. Should be an oak somewhere around there. Hey, there it is. On the southern portion of the screen, you'll see the larger tree. That's an oak. There it is. Those will yield more than one log per tree, but unfortunately we need level 15 to cut those. It's actually a decent moneymaker, but we'll start working on that a little bit later on. So we get a few more logs, we'll hit level 5 here and be done with the woodcutting path. There we go, level 5. Great. Let's take a trip. We're going to head back to Adventurer John. It shows us down here that we've completed our woodcutting adventure path. And if you remember, he is right there by the word Lumbridge. So let's head out that way. Alright, and he gives us a better axe. Some items can be equipped, some items can't be equipped. These axes can be equipped if you have the requisite skill level, like woodcutting in this case, as well as attack. If we open up the attack menu here, we can see we can equip iron items. The woodcutting level, let's see where it's at, there we go, only requires level 1. So we're going to go ahead and equip that. And we'll swing over here to the general store and check something out. So with items, you can sell them to NPCs like the general store here. You can also sell them to other players on the Grand Exchange. See, that one gave me 6 coins. Fantastic. Alright, and there you have it, folks. That is the Gatherer path, both woodcutting and fishing. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. And next video, we'll work on the adventure path for mining. Have a good one.